Hey guys, it is Chelsea Perry coming at you with week 3, module 3 discussion board weekly post. Woo whoop. So, the discussion board prompt for this week is: what is the purpose of an assessment? Of the many kinds of assessments listed in your reading, which do you think you would feel the most comfortable writing? Why? Which do you feel would be the most uncomfortable writing, and why? So, again, an assessment is just a tool that social workers use to help examine situations that can arise with clients and things like that. It also helps examine the mentality, the problems of the clients, the strengths and weaknesses of that client, and it's basically like a call or a plan to help the client either cope with whatever they're going through or help resolve an issue that may be in their lives that they're in there for. For example, like when my dad died in high school, the school counselor assessed my mental ability. I guess that's what you could say, to basically try to see if my dad's death was going to affect my grades, and things like that. She was really nice. She didn't make me ever feel incompetent or anything like that. But she gave me and then she gave me ways to cope with dealing with loss, which I thought was really cool. Like, she gave me a whole list of things. And then she also basically gave me ways to not let his death affect my school, which I thought was really cool. So I think for me personally, I would be most comfortable with doing a trauma assessment, just because I have seen so much trauma in my life, and I feel like for the most part, I've dealt with it really well. For example, like I just stated, my dad died in high school, so I had been through that. And then previously to that, my grandmother, who I was really close with, died. So my grandmother died, and then my dad died 2 years later when I was a junior in high school. And then this past year, in 2019, my other grandmother died in March, and then this year, in February of 2020, my mom passed away, and she was the one that I was most upset about, because she's been my best. She still is my best friend, and she still is my rock. On days that I feel bad, or like this morning on the way to work, I was just having a big old happy cry fest in the car, listening to I Can Only Imagine, just thinking about what she must have seen and how she felt when she entered into the presence of Jesus, with no more pain and no more suffering in this world. So, but that would be the one I would feel most comfortable with, in my opinion, just because I've experienced a lot of trauma in my life. So I just feel like that would be the best suit for me. I think the one that, sorry, I have my, if you can see in my glasses, I have my textbook pulled up. I have the ebook. So, I think the situation that I might be most uncomfortable with would maybe doing like a family assessment, or like an assessment involving kids, just because my heart hurts for kids and I tend to take the kids' side of things, which I know there are circumstances that could I forgot what I was trying to say, so we'll just skip on to another point to go with that. But yeah, I don't think I would be comfortable enough writing like family ones, just because I myself never grew up my mom was always the rock of the family. My dad was like an alcoholic, and he was always like in and out of our life, like, and when he was in there, like, he would be drunk most of the time, so I never really had that, but growing up, I didn't know any different, that dads were supposed to act a certain way and be this certain, like, thing, so, like, and I mean, now I know, but I think that's what would make me most uncomfortable, is because there's always two sides to every story. Because, like, if you were to ask my mom, she would have been like, oh, her dad is the worst person in the world. Like, I wish I never would have met him, had kids with him, blah, 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 blah. But then with me, like, that's all I knew was my dad as an alcoholic. So I would have been like, no, that's fine. So I guess that would just put me in a bind. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Bye.